Rainfall to all. Oh, how that sound is cherished. Just to think that you could hear so more of that if you were in some tropical place in a jungle. Be able to have your windows open, for there to be no windows, no sill, no glass, maybe shutters, that's it. And to open them and have it be all poured into you is so cherishable. If you can keep certain things in this life to take with you, it would definitely be birds, the fowls of the sky. To me, they're almost like the most peaceful species. It's crazy to know that you have all these dreams, you have all these memories, your past life, but you only get a taste of it, hold on to it until it fades, till it goes away again. But you're not really in control of it, not totally at least. You can only try. But when you do, and you get a glimpse into the worlds that you've been in, the people that you've were and is, can be, you get excited. It excites you. There's a spark of inspiration, and then it goes away. And you're left with the prints of it. And I can't quite remember exactly that dream, or I can't quite place my spirit on something that I'm not living, whether physically or consciously, subconsciously, because now I'm trying to draw back to it. When it happened, my mind was subconsciously there. When it happened, I was physically there. But I try. That's all. That's all I can do is try. Because I know I'm not totally in control of it. And that is why it is meant for acknowledgement, because I cherish it. Another one of those things that I cherish. And of course, when you do subconsciously go there, whether it's through remembering all of a sudden or going there in a dream inside of yourself, that sort of subconsciously, it's real. It's so real. It's so real that when you're there, you don't know that you're dreaming. You don't know. You don't know. You're just there doing a dang thing. If you're on a mission, you're on that mission. If you're running, you're running. If you're walking down the street, you're walking down that street. There's no thought of yesterday. There's no thought of what this is and what you have to carry and what's back there. That don't even exist there. That don't even exist when you're in that world. When you're that version. Everything's left behind here. You see, the spirit drifts there. Subconscious drifts there. But everything that weighs on the body is left here. That tells me that everything that wages war against me can't truly penetrate. Because when I go there, it's proven that nothing can follow me. Nothing has truly gotten through. No. I'm free. And that is the power I have every time I dream. Every time that I subconsciously can remember and recount. Every time that I'm trying to ponder on it and I acknowledge it, that is the power that I not only give it, right? That I give dreams and all of that God has created for me to remember who I am, for me to remember the things I've done and where I've been and where I can go and what I could be. All those things of belief and faith and hope that he just gives me just in dreams. Just me being able to know what dreams are, to dream dreams. dream dreams. But not only that, it gives power to me. And when it gives power to me too, it is the power that destroys anything that is waging war against my mind. Because my mind can go there. And it knows that. Anything that wages war against my spirit, because it knows that my spirit goes there. It doesn't want the body, it wants the spirit. It doesn't want the body, it wants the soul, because the soul goes there. The body is left here. The body is left here. So when it gives me the power, when my Father gives me the power to dream, for them to know that I still dream, to know that I still believe, because of those things. All of those things are a threat to them, to that entity that is against my soul, my spirit, my dreams, me, my Father, all those things being the same, coming from the same Creator. That is why it needs to be cherished, and it is. Those things I keep to take with me always. To see that I'm in this world, to see that I have come to know that I keep those things in me. Dreams that I have my souls to keep in this world. Will be the same things that I would need in the next world. In the next world. I pray my soul to keep. If I should die, if this body should die, I pray to the Lord, my soul to keep. So yeah, they wage a war against your soul. Of course, they wage war against your mind and your spirit. They don't want you to remember. They don't want you to wake up. They don't want you to look outside the box to see that you're in a box. Do you understand? They want your dreams to be mediocre. What did the serpent say? I can give you fame and fortune. That's not dreams. Dreams is to be free. Free. But that's his version of it. Fame and fortune can give you freedom. But you're still a slave, fool. You'll always still be a slave, fool. You'll be kissing his feet, fool. You'll have to still sign his contract, fool. You'll never be free. But they still do. Almost like they don't know what true freedom is. That's not freedom. Look outside the box. But maybe they don't know that they're in this box. They don't know that this is a system, that there's a world beyond it. But in the system, they're signing contracts to grant them access and more leeway in this darkness, more leeway in the system. Sad case, unfortunately. But hey, I'm just here to acknowledge the truth. That's it. They've already done it and they can choose free will. But I'm just here to tell the truth, the raw truth about it. Whether you did not know it or you did, whether you now know it after the fact, you're doomed. You're doomed. You added more shackles to you. Dreams. Is what is implanted inside of each and every one of us. Created and formed it makes originality in each individual, because each individual has a life, has a purpose, has a soul, and that soul may have pondered and wandered in many places and things with many people. Who knows? It's infinite, formed just for you, your dreams, to remind you of those things. So that while you're in shackles and you're in the system constructed, you would never forget deep down in your soul when someone tells you deep down you will find the truth. Well, deep down, that's where those things are. Those things reside deep down where they try to penetrate and get through to not the body, because the body's not you, but to you, your home, your soul, and all the things that remind you of it. All the things that will keep you awake to it, when all the things on the surface keeps you down and low, keeps you pondering on everyone else's life and everyone else's feelings and everyone else's dreams. Where do you find you, and where do you find your dreams? When the world tells you, and we ain't talking Walt Disney, but when the world tells you that dreams come true, that they can make your dreams come true if you just kiss my feet, if you just sign this contract, even when they persuade you, tempt you, you still should have known. You still have the dream that was implanted in you. They're now called dreams, but really, that's just where you've been. That's your soul recounting all the things and all the places and all the versions you've been. And you go into that place subconsciously. He's made it so that when all of what you have to do during the day or the night, but when you go to rest, you can actually rest and go to a place that gives you peace, that reminds you of a version that you once were possibly. He gives you rest. Whether you see that it is him, whether you try to make sense of this, I'm trying to tell you it. It is all significant. Give all the glory to the Father. Give all glory to Jesus Christ, the Son of God. Give all glory to him. Because he did not leave us in the world with nothing. He equipped us, not only with strength and integrity and dignity and pride and instinct, we also have our soul to keep. We have recollections of dreams. He's gave us everything that we would need being under a will where we're slaves. We can't change that. But at least we still have our soul. We still know who we are. We still have a way to figure that out when we get lost and it's dark and we're in the valleys of death. Because it will happen. That's part of the will. We have all fallen down. And these forces are against us, so it's going to be hard. But He's never forsaken us, He has never left us. Look inside of yourself. He says, that's where you find me. But that is also where you find you. And He says, I am in you. But no one talks about soul. You gotta literally be some type of witch or some type of weirdo if you hear about soul, spirituality. Nowadays, it's becoming a popular thing. But back then, all you heard was the psychics and all them having that word in their mouth. Because they always knew, they didn't forget. Because of the side that they're working for. They never forget. Because they work so hard to make sure you never remember who you are. And it also allows them to have all the power and the dominion when you pay them to and put your trust and put all of your soul and give it all to them. Because they're supposed to know all about these things. No, they just never forgot. That's their job. You did. So now it's something of surprise when they speak of these things. Oh my God, they're so wise. This was back then. But now do you see? They weren't wise at all. You know these same things. Instead of searching in yourself, you just paid them to do it for you. You trusted in them. That's it. You just made them rich. That's it. You just gave them the power and the time because they had it. That's it. But you take your time back. You take your power back to see. To see, was there any power that they truly were really in? Did they have any power really? If you were that pillar holding and giving them your energy, your power, your payment, how they get rich, how they get that seat, how they get that position, how they know these things. Well, they read your palm, didn't they? They seen your future, didn't they? To understand knowledge and wisdom. They understood you. They started to see through you. Your dreams. Your majesty. And then what? Easy access to report back to who? Their master. They got you. So now you hear about this witchcraft and all this surface things, root work. Where yeah, you went to them, now they got things on you, they keeping an eye on you, you allow them to touch you and use your hair and all this, and that's the only way they get power and energy. They get it all from you because you are what's powerful. They have to use you, but you have to allow them. You have to give yourself over to them. But he says, don't go to them. Don't go to these people that want to read your palm and tell your future. Tell them it's none of their business. That I'm in good hands. That I'm going to trust in my Father. That, yeah, I may not know. Like, I may not my future. But I want to believe. And I want to have faith that He's going to make sure that I have a prosperous one. Because I know that deep down inside. That's what faith is all about. That's what following Him is all about. That's what Him taking the wheel is all about. He teaches us what patience is, what His divine timing is. Him saying, take a seat. Let me do the work. Let me drive. Let me pave the way for you. Let me make a way for you. Let me bring you through this darkness. Let me remind you. He teaches you about patience instead of just always trying to know everything. I need to know my destiny. I need to know my fate. Why? What are you in fear of? Why? No, I get it. I get it. But that's the thing. If you have faith in the Father, then that's why He says don't go to them. What is there to go to them if you have faith in Him? Faith that everything's going to be all right. Yeah, your life is hard. It wasn't going to be easy. I'm sure they would have told you that because who life is. You're going to go through hardship. They're going to read your palm and be like, oof. Like that scene in Harry Potter when they looked into the cup, oof. I mean, that's what life is in this world. Tribulation, trials. This ain't no freaking fantasy. This is not paradise. This is a lesson, if learned. Tribulation, trials after trials after trials, stages after stages, playing a game and hoping to get to the next level. And we ain't talking fame and fortune. We talking spiritual. Because nothing on the surface will last. It is all temporary. What you need to be working towards, what you need to be evolving in, is your spirit. That is what keeps you going when the body is weak and it dies. That is what will keep you willing. That is what keeps you believing. Because that's where your dreams come from. It doesn't come from the body. It comes from the spirit. It comes from the soul. That's you. You need to be evolving in the spirit because that is what's going to be resurrected. That is what's going to be judged. The body is corruptible. The spirit is what moves through things. The spirit is what evolves. The spirit needs to be passing through these stages. When the body can't get through, when the body dies, you need to be able to ascend. You want to live again? You want to be infinite? You want the soul to be free? Don't let anyone take your soul. That is for you to keep. You may ask, how is it that someone can take my soul? Look at it as energy. Look at it as essence. You know, when you're in places and around people and your energy starts to lower, you're less of yourself, your essence. It's still there, but it almost like goes in hiding. Almost like it protects itself. It just goes away. Or almost like when you enter certain places, it's not allowed there. And you're questioning, where are you? Why are you not being you? Why are you not being... You just can't. But your soul is still there. Think about it that way. Where you don't even like that. You shouldn't even like that. You shouldn't even let that happen. Whatever place that is, whoever these people are that make you feel that way, makes the spirit go away. You need to prevent it. That's how I see it. That I see it extremely that way. To me, it's like the soul, almost like the soul is being taken. Because it is. Taken somewhere. Until I'm back in my sanctuary again, I'm back. That's why you say, I'm home. I'm home. I'm back. And you just breathe a relief. It can come back out. You can rest. You can be. That's how I see it. Don't let anyone take your soul. Not when we're in our big age and we're grown. I've been through my big trials, right? Raw. That raw stage and those raw trials. Now it's up to me. It's what I choose. So that is why my philosophy is really big on, you don't have to talk to these people. You don't have to hang with anyone unless you choose to. But dang Skippy, it will not be with someone and in places that bother my soul, that bother my spirit, that make my spirit go in hiding, where I don't recognize myself. Instantly, I'm leaving. Instantly. If I gotta take an Uber, so be it. Instantly. I gotta go. Peace. It's that easy. It could be that easy. Your soul's like, don't torture me again. You don't understand how deep it is and how you can set trauma to the soul, set trauma to your own spirit. You don't want to do that. You don't want to play like that. Because we all remember when we were young and we unwillingly had our spirit crushed and it did something to us. And we had to heal from it. And it took time to do that. But that wasn't because of us. That wasn't because of the will of us. We have the will. We have the control now. You don't want to mess with your spirit like that. You don't want to play games. You don't want to abuse it. That's abuse to your own spirit. Right? Not listening to your spirit. Your spirit's like, I don't like this person. You feel it. But you're going to go ahead and just go with this person, what, to use them? Your spirit is going to be so upset with you. You're going to not like you. You're going to come home and be like, you're just a freaking user. Because you used the person when you knew you didn't like them. That was your spirit. We know we don't like this person. But you on the surface wanted to worry about yourself on the surface, self-gain. Just focusing on the flesh, the benefits of it. Losing your soul, losing part of your integrity, losing part of your spirit. You see? No, 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 no. How old are we now? Oh, I'm sorry. Have we not evolved in the spirit? Have we not already been through this and learned already? Let's not be our own enemy. We're trying to remember again. We're not trying to push away what is for us when the world is already against us, when we already don't have many on our side, because the majority have taken their allegiance, and it ain't with us. Do not be your own demise. Do not go against your soul. You will regret it. I just told you, your soul is what will resurrect you, and you out here not listening to it. You out here going against it. You out here hurting yourself, not even knowing it, because one day you're gonna wake up and you're gonna be so different. Why? Because you have hurted your spirit. You tampered with it. Now you can't help but to feel sad. Why? Because your spirit is crushed. Who crushed it? You. You broke your own spirit. Just blows after blows by you. not by the world, because it's already taken enough blows by the world. It has already taken enough trauma. It is already wounded. It's been trying to heal. I thought you were trying to heal it. Be more intentional. Be more awake to this. Because oh, how you should treasure it. Oh, how you should treasure your soul. It needs to be loved. It needs to be cared for. It needs to be acknowledged. People need to be made aware of it. Because to not know is a killer too. You don't know. You don't know what you're doing. And that's dangerous. Not knowing that you're poisoning yourself, that's dangerous. Because one day you'll wake up and realize it, and you will feel the worst you could ever. That regret. You want to stop it. If you can now, then later. You want to stop it now. Stop the damage. All the blows to it. Already wounded. Already deep. You can stop. You don't have to go any further. The wound can start healing now. It's already filled with depths. It's already filled and full. Right? We can fix it. But we have to start now. We have to realize it now. All the things that we thank the Father for. We also have to be more intentional about. Because He's given us everything that we need to save ourselves, to keep ourselves, to be ourselves. So, to say it again, we can't be our own enemy. And I'll leave it there.